Hi everyone, this is an overview and implementation guide for the Channels Placement Reporting and Account Exclusions tool. What this tool does is the following. It uses Google Ads scripts to return YouTube channels that your account has served on that meets the conditions you input into the spreadsheet. For example here, YouTube channels that have served with average CPM greater than 1 in the past 2 days. It then calls the YouTube API and adds additional YouTube metadata if those channels meet the conditions you've set on the YouTube channels from there. For example, title language is not in English. Then it automatically excludes all of those YouTube channels that meet the conditions you've set here. This spreadsheet checks every 5 minutes to see if the script is already running, and if not, then it runs the script from the beginning to fetch any new YouTube channels your account has served on that meets the conditions you input the spreadsheet. If so, adds additional YouTube metadata and excludes them if they follow the YouTube conditions you input into the spreadsheet. This script can potentially need to return a large amount of data if there are many YouTube channels that meet the conditions set in the spreadsheet, and to avoid timing out, Google Ads script will return channels in chunks, calling for the first page of results, adding them to the spreadsheet, then creating a trigger to run in a few minutes and closing the script to avoid running into timeout. The script will then run again starting from the next page of results, and so forth until it finishes. The same has been implemented for calling the YouTube API and returning additional YouTube metadata and excluding those channels. They are also added in chunks. To set up, you will need to follow the steps in the implementation guide. You will need to follow the steps to get a dev token, create a cloud project, and then enter the Google Cloud project number and dev token into the spreadsheet's app script settings. Then you will set up the spreadsheet. To set up the spreadsheet, you'll duplicate the template tab and rename it to your 10-digit child account ID, no dashes, followed by an underscore, followed by automatic, and you can see the example here. If you want to run multiple scripts for one account, duplicate the tab, and then for the name, add another underscore and continue naming as you'd like, as you see here. One tab is the account ID, underscore automatic, underscore 1, and another tab could be the account ID, underscore automatic, underscore 2, etc. Now you enter in inputs in the green cells such as the time frame desired and the conditions you want to be met. Here you can place multiple queries. Note that within a cell, conditions must have and joining them. For example, impressions greater than 1,000 and clicks greater than 0. However, each cell has an or relationship between the next cell. So here would be returning channels with impressions greater than 1,000 and clicks greater than 0, or channels with average CPM greater than 1, regardless of how many impressions or clicks the channels have. Scroll to the right to set additional conditions on the channels in terms of which ones you'd like to automatically exclude from your account. Channels will need to meet all the conditions if you fill them in, or will not filter on the condition if left blank. If there is no YouTube data available for that filter, it will not filter on the condition. Once you've set the conditions desired, go to the Activate Script menu and click Activate Script. You only need to do this once. This sets up an automatic script that every 5 minutes checks if the script is already running. If not, then it will run the script that goes and retrieves any YouTube placements that the account has served on per your conditions entered in the spreadsheet. Then it will add additional YouTube metadata and exclude these placements in your account if they meet the conditions you've added here in the spreadsheet. If you want to edit the conditions in any tab later, please ensure that you check that the status is done. If the script is currently running, it will say currently running, and it is relying on the information that's in the spreadsheet, and you may receive incomplete or incorrect results if you edit the cells while it is currently running. Once it's done, you can edit the green cells for other conditions. Hope this helps.